down, but I can feel the adrenaline reducing.
Good.
And I can
I'll tell you though, it is cheating because having a service dog like this, people, if he didn't have that, his blood pressure probably been higher. Jim I was outside and Jim took him to the window, and just that interaction with a pet many times will have a soothing effect on the autonomic system. So, there you go. All right. So we're gradually changing the architecture of the appliance. We could be doing this with the teeth, but that's not a good idea unless it's a grossly out of line tooth. I mean, I'm not opposed to capping a tooth or crowning it or removing it if it's way over into the course where the tongue is. So you're watching this essentially in real time, but there's other things I'd like to see as I adjust the appliance. This SPO2 curve, it doesn't have a diacritic notch over here on this side, and we can put that in there at will, but not this particular moment. So Dr. Robson and Renee, cardiac nurse, translated a lot of this stuff from the EKG over to, the echocardiogram to the EKG, so that you wouldn't have to go out and buy an EKG, but you could figure out what was going on in the cardiac area. We had something for an ultrasound for the brain that got too complicated. All right, so it's 134/81. I think we're going the other way.
And I can still feel that I'm still hitting a little bit on the left side before the right side.
Okay, so we may not be done at the occlusal adjustment. A lot of times, just like he says, the patient kind of knows as they're sitting there, things are not quite right now. Okay. And so basically, just an occlusal adjustment on plastic, which all of you guys do. Moving up farther on the tongue area. It makes you stop and think every time you do something. If you're not checking to see how the tongue is getting along, you may have gotten a nice bite, looks pretty, but they may not be functioning very well at all. And so the question is, how much do you check it? Well, more than you do. And the more you check it, the more you'll realize, oh my goodness, this needs to be done.
Generally speaking, when this has been working for me, it takes about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I've had that out of my mouth more than in.
Mm-hmm. And I can
feel the adrenaline going up and down when you put this in.
Yeah. Well, that's one reason why we like Jim, is because there are some patients that aren't as connected, to how they feel and how their body feels, and the response that you're getting. But he's able to report things that a lot of people they're not as attuned to. But again, what I'm seeing is a consistent oxygen going up and the pulse going down, so it's inevitable usually that the blood pressure is going to take a nice healthy dip. And once we do that, then we're going to put some wax on there. Jim has given us permission to do that and see if we can kick up some stuff and then take it off and see if it goes away. He's wax is amazing because you're not stuck with messing up your appliance. So we'll try it again. Oh, I don't even know why. Good gravy. It's working. That's why. I meant to hit your blood pressure thing, but that printer wasn't working. You fixed our printer. Thank you. Good vibes. We're starting to get the beginnings of a diacritic notch in there just a little bit. It's not a good. Everything's on the baseline. I like that, and that diacritic notch is starting, but we're not working on that right now. Jeremiah's all tense and upset. So, our goal is for the balance in the mouth, and as Jim said, it takes a little bit of time sometimes for what I've just done to actually translate into changes in blood pressure or pulse and so. Yeah, now it's 130/82. We ought to just leave him here for a few minutes more. Jim, we'll give you 10 minutes. But even though he's noted that the big changes come within 10 minutes or so, you can start realizing we could spend a lot of time waiting for 10 minutes and it went up. So we're better to see if we can affect.
I haven't felt that calmness. Like,
Okay, that's good. So
can we take it out?
no, let's just see. Just see if. What's cool though is, you know, when you feel the calmness, and you tell us. But I don't think we're going to get any. Might even be higher until we get the pip on there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll get there.
Well, the goal is to get the appliance balanced out, and definitely hitting on the left side there was a shift.
Is it as important to get the bite as it is the blood pressure?
Yeah. The bite and the blood pressure are together.
Combined? Okay.
It's like a thumbtack in your shoe. What's more important, the blood pressure or the thumbtack?
I wonder why it went down when it was only hitting on the left before.
You know, that's what we're exploring. It's 132/78, but I'm still shooting for better contours. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I brought you some toothpaste today, Perio Pro.
Okay.
It's for periodontal issues, and I noticed just touching those gums on the lower anterior, they